The Iranian-backed Houthi militia again firing on commercial ships in the Red Sea and vowing more is to come, despite new U.S. retaliatory strikes designed to deter them.
We will not hesitate to defend lives and the free flow of commerce.
We were there on Saturday night just after 10 p.m. when the U.S. and British military hit 36 Houthi targets in 13 locations.
We're on the deck of the U.S.S. Dwight D. Eisenhower aircraft carrier in the southern Red Sea. This is where, over the weekend, more than 24 U.S. military aircraft took off to conduct strikes against the Houthi rebels in Yemen. Captain Marvin Scott flew an F-A-18 in those strikes, calling them a success.
We do extensive mission planning. Everyone launches knowing what the game plan is. We rarely miss.
Lieutenant Commander Alex Morgan is a helicopter pilot.
Did we think we'd be doing it here in the Red Sea? My crystal ball was broken that day, but the way we do it hasn't changed dramatically.
The commander of the carrier strike group telling us there is still significant danger here. How big of a threat do the Houthis pose to freedom of navigation right now?
A substantial threat. They could attack a commercial ship, render it somewhat immobile, and could bog the strait up for weeks, if not months.
And he says the Houthis are getting critical help from Iran.
They are getting intelligence from Iran. They are using Iran to give them some targeting information.
The commanding officer saying all of it creates a threat to the U.S. military, too. Are you worried about the safety of the sailors on this ship?
Absolutely. Am I worried about the safety of the ship? Every single day.
This comes as the U.S. is also retaliating against the Iranian-backed militias responsible for a drone attack that killed 3 U.S. soldiers, hitting 85 targets in 7 locations inside Iraq and Syria on Friday. The president has been under pressure to respond more forcefully, with over 160 attacks by Iranian-backed militants against American targets since October. Mr. Biden declaring the new U.S. strikes a success.
Are the strikes working, Mr. President? Yes.
Meanwhile, these missions are also leaving a mark with the American service members carrying them out.
Seeing missiles being launched from aircraft, the explosions associated with all of these things. It's a lot of sights and sounds that will be etched in my brain forever.
Courtney, are there signs that these strikes have deterred the militias?
Well, Lester, there were reports of at least 2 new incidents over the weekend in which Iranian-backed militias targeted bases with Americans in Syria, but there were no reports of any injuries. Lester?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.